you rural broadband. Um, Before we introduce our characters, as we were getting our group together, I asked all of our players tonight to, having heard and collaborated with characters, who you think is going to meet their maker
Mm-hmm.
first. I have the list of names in front of me, um, and I will tell you that at the very end I will reveal those. If for whatever reason one of our players' characters dies on stream tonight, that is not the end for them, because uh, death isn't the end, and you will be able to influence the game and the fate of your other players as the story progresses, and you can help or hinder them. Maybe you want them to join you on the other side. So I will explain more uh, when. There's no if, when that comes up. For
Whoa.
more information on the system, do check out End of the Line and Kyle Tam's Itch.io page. I'll drop all the details over on our Discord channel uh, after the session, so you can find out how to pick it up yourself. I strongly recommend you take a look at it. It's a really fun game, and you don't need a lot of players for it. You can do it with kind of a smaller group. You can do it with a much bigger group. And it was a nice, nifty little. It was actually kind of easy to kind of take werewolf and transplant it into this, and I'm really, really excited because there's another mechanic that we might get to a little later on. We'll see how the night goes. So I've done my talking. I've done my bits and pieces. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go around on stream, and so we're going to start with Taylor. So if you don't mind introducing yourself first, tell us a little bit about where we can find you, and then who you're playing tonight.
Wow, hi, it's me, it's Tay, she, they. I'm gonna play Beth, she, her, who is a bummer and a burnout. Probably studying philosophy or something that's like really pretentious that she'll never use. Probably also bad at it. Not a skier. This is kind of a like hard place to live for a non-winter sport individual. But I will buy into the accessories. I have one friend. It's Lucy. And like kind of these people, but you know, whatever. I will always be packing, so let's go. And by packing, I mean snacks and vapes, not the other stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of a jerk, and I'm always wearing like a hoodie, and that's it. I'm very one dimensional. Let's go. Ready to die.
Okay, Tom.
Yes, sure. Hi, I'm Tom. I use they, them pronouns, and you can find me on several charity streams a year because I like to do them in my free time. And also, if you like punk, you can check out my podcast Against, if that's your thing. And tonight, I'm going to play Ron McDonald. Yes, his full name is Ronald. No, he doesn't want to talk about it. He is that guy. He's a walking Darwin Award, and he went up to the lodge that we will be playing in, I guess, to embark on a week-long survival adventure in the woods. Then he touched snow for the first time and thought to himself, "Oh fuck, this is cold. I didn't expect that." He has this full backpack full of military-grade survival, very expensive stuff, but he does not know how to use it. But he doesn't care. He thinks he will know how to use it,
Fair
and
enough.
that's fun. Yes.
I can see what might happen to Ron.
And Monica.
Hi, I'm Monica, she, her. I'm playing Lucy Nyland, also she, her. Lucy is friends with Beth. Lucy she's a ray of sunshine. She's like a cupcake in human form. She's like sexy and fun and super friendly. And she's not in the community college because she is maybe not smart enough to go to community college. It's up for debate. She does sing at the lodge. She's very talented. she's talented but not ambitious, so she probably could have been more successful, but she's really happy where she's at. She likes making snowmen and singing songs and seducing attractive guests, as the case may be. She's pure of heart and empty of brain.
And Marta?
My name is Marta. You can find my art and stuff on Instagram at _wonderful. I'm playing Valerie, or Val. She's kind of stereotypical god girl who is trying to pretend that she really doesn't care about her friends and she's too cool for this. But in reality, she cares a little bit too much and just doesn't want to show it. So because she sees it as a sign of weakness.
Ben?
Hello! You might know me from around these parts. I'm Ben. Tonight, pronoun spook he, him. But I am playing...
I wasn't putting that in.
I was like, put in spook he, him. He was like, no, thank you. I was like, no, okay, I'll say it. You won't stop me. The spookiest thing tonight is I'm on a small screen and my ego can't take it. I'm playing a guy called Andrew Rochester, whose stage name is Andre, because it seems cool and poetic and mystical and deep. He is not that deep, but he is trying to release his first debut EP. He's been trying for about 12 years. He started when he was 10 years old. He's now 22. He performs, except he doesn't, in the local coffee shops and lodges. He's never been on stage. He's very shy about that. But he's really working on it and tells everyone. He's kind of guy who carries around a guitar but never plays it. And that's Andre, or Andrew Rochester, because the town's so small, everyone knows him by his full name.
Wonderful. And there is our medley of players, victims, cheaters of death, if you will. And as the light dims, literally, we begin. And if you'll permit me, players, for the spectacle that it is, your character portraits are now on stream for everybody to get a look at who we are playing and what fate may befall them a little later on. Nestled beneath the rugged peaks.
Sorry, that's the first time I saw Tom's picture.
Nestled beneath the rugged peaks of Frost Peak Mountains, Silver Pines has always been a town with two faces. Serene and picturesque by day, shadowed and watchful of tourists and outsiders by night. The snow-covered streets, familiar by daylight, seem to twist and darken as the sun dips below the mountains. Drunken revelry, cheers and haunts. This year, this winter, this Halloween night, a cold that feels deeper than winter has set in. Tonight, something unsettling stirs in the quiet. Locals say it's just the season's first storm sweeping down from the mountains, or a trick of the wind howling through narrow streets and empty hiking trails. But you feel it, don't you? That feeling that someone or something is watching, just out of sight, just beyond your reach. The lodge lights flicker, shadows move, unsettling and unnatural. This is no ordinary winter in Silver Pines. As night falls, you begin to realize you are not alone. Forces beyond understanding have slipped into this quiet town, and they demand something in return. Your life and the lives of everyone else. Death has come to Silver Pines, and it wants you to play. And to win, you will have to cheat. And that is where we begin. As night settles in on Silver Pines, many of the townsfolk have gathered just off some of the main hiking trails in a well-maintained and popular destination for tourists and locals, the Hunter's Lodge, a hotel, bar, restaurant, and entertainment hub where many of the local students, townsfolk, and tourists have gathered for a night of music and revelry, costumes, bands, fireworks, all of it planned. And for Val, Andre, Ron, Lucy, and Beth, it is another night in Silver Pines. Tonight is Andre's big night. The night that, whether for or against him, you have joined to watch the spectacle. His EP has been finished, it's been polished, it's been remastered. It's been on hold, it's been put out there, it's been silent dropped. Now, for the first time, he takes to the stage in the Hunter's Lodge. Or he would have. Because Lucy, Val, Ron, and Beth, you receive a text from Andre. He has a pain in his stomach. He's not feeling it tonight. It's not the right crowd. The messages are popping off. Excuse after excuse. He's found in the green room, he sends in inverted commas, a small cabin off the beaten track on the grounds of the Hunter's Lodge Hotel, a storeroom that's been made up for our young musician. And that is where we find the five of you gathered round Andre, who is set with a bucket between his knees on the ground, staring up at the four of you.
Yeah, it's just a winter bug. Season's first storm trickling down from the mountains. I just got, the songs aren't even finished yet, I guess. So it's better if I close out the season. That might be, because then it's technically I'm headlining the season. So actually, if you wouldn't mind just letting them.
Come on, man. You just need to get on stage there. I've learned this awesome trick. You have to go up there. You have to look at the people, and you have to imagine them in their underwears. And then all your nervousness is going away. They say, I mean, I probably just keep staring at the people in their underwear, but like, they say that would help.
But how do you know what kind of underwear they're wearing?
Probably a sexy one, isn't it?
It's quite cold, so they're probably all in long johns, which is basically clothes.
Well, I made you some tea, and I have, a thermos. I'm going to hand you a thermos of tea. And we're all so excited for you to go on.
I know. It's just I don't want to get everyone sick.
Do you intend to make out with everyone?
Well, more just if I vomit on them from the stomach ache. I think I might have eaten. You know what the food's like in the lodge? I had the soup of the day.
Well, there's ginger in the tea.
Oh, might be it. I'm allergic to ginger, like deathly allergic to. So there's a little scratch in my throat I think it's my allergies kicking in.
There's
But
not
that's
even
like-
any vomit in the bucket.
That's
No,
like
I've been.
super metal with the vomiting. I mean, do you know the Bloodhound Gang? That's so cool. They do it all the time. You just gotta embrace it.
You could be like a concept artist. It could be part of your thing.
With vomiting.
That's
Some
awful.
people are into that. I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum.
You could call
Maybe
it.
that's not.
You
Thank
call
you.
it vom metal.
That's so clever, Ron.
Thank you. I know.
Look, I'm gonna leave that to bands like Spewy Lewis and the News, but I just want to be known as Andre, and my folksy kind of style doesn't fit with vom metal.
Outside, as the 5 of you. I'm sorry, I am glancing over vomit.
And he kills one of us.
Outside, you can't. You don't immediately see anybody, but all 5 of you, just as Andre kind of pours his heart out, and again, as Beth pointed out, no vomit, but heart spewed for everybody to see. There is a silence in the green room, and then all of you can quite clearly hear 2 people arguing. There's 2 people outside. It's clearly a man and a woman, and from what you can glean, they're talking about money. They're talking about it's not safe. I don't know if we should do this. And then the woman's kind of shouting back that they have to do it. It's the only way the town can actually survive, and yada yada yada. All of you recognize the voice of the mayor, Mayor Emily Morningstar. She's a blow-in. She's a blow-in in the same way that anybody that came to the town 30 years ago and has lived there pretty much all of her life would still be considered a blow-in from anybody not born in Silver Pines. There's a slight twang of an Australian accent that she hasn't quite managed to lose there, that you can kind of hear in her voice. And she seems to be shouting. And then there is flashes of color, and the green room, as dimly lit as it is, kind of lights up with flashes of red and gold and orange. Then there's green and purple and blue. And you can now, the conversation, the argument outside, it's kind of drowned out a little bit. And you just hear, it doesn't matter. We have to do this. It's too late anyway. Jonas, you're in too deep. And then you start to hear these little booms and pops and everything kind of going off. Like as fireworks begin to explode up in the night sky. Crowd from inside the Hunter's Lodge has kind of spilled out to get to the full view of the spectacle. And all of you hear a low rumbling building. The lights continue to flash and multicolored sparkles ignite in the air. Each explosion louder, bigger, heavier, deeper than the other. The argument stops. Everything stops for a moment as the twisted tornado, this heralded explosive firework, a multicolored, multi-rocketed spectacle is lit. It screams up into the air. And the 5 of you can't help but look out the window, and you can see the mayor. She's talking to Jonas, the owner of the Hunter's Lodge. They've turned and they're looking up, and she takes him by the arm. And then there is just this explosive force. Colors light up the sky. It is a rainbow spectrum of light that flashes, sparks, hisses, spits, and whizzes through the night air. And beyond, you see the high peaks of the Frost Peak Mountains, the ridges of large pine trees rattle and shake. And there's a shift as an echoing boom just roars over the mountains. And the snow shifts and falls and tumbles and rolls and speeds. There are screams of people, and you watch as a maelstrom of ice and stone and rock and snow plows into spectators. Half of the Hunter's Lodge is just wiped out in that moment, in that white cloud of death, as it screams past you, engulfing the hiking trails, the forest below. The windows of the green room, the lodge just off the grounds, vibrate and crack. And for a moment, it looks as if there's somebody outside looking in. You feel a gaze fixed on the five of you as the avalanche curls drastically, as if something propelled it a different way. It meets an invisible force. The glass shatters inwards, and you are cut and scratched, and you feel a wave of cold. The roaring thunder of the avalanche as it cascades violently down the side of the mountains. The screams of the victims lost within. And we flash forward 3 days. There's a gathering in the town square. Many of the funerals have either taken place or are about to take place. But Mayor Morningstar has gathered the townsfolk to honor the 40 people who were killed in the freak avalanche 3 nights ago. There you learn that many of your college students, many of your friends, colleagues, familiar faces, business owners, all alike wiped out in the blink of an eye, in the scream of snow. And a shiver runs down your back as a moment of quiet fills the town square here in Silver Pines. The silence only erupted by the ringing of the town clock. 12 bells. The mayor offers a condolence book up to be signed that will be kept in the town hall. Anybody looking to avail of any services need only fill in the appropriate paperwork. And as you kind of gather and pull yourselves together, you see a couple of familiar faces. One in particular kind of looking at the five of you from behind a small wooden bench, and you see she's manning a stall with kind of various different what are those little kind of, you know, the kettles, the large kind of kettles for public events. There is a specific name for them, but
Big kettle.
a big kettle. The big
Carafes?
kettle. Carafe. Is it a carafe? Maybe it's
I don't
carafe.
know.
No, they're the long-necked ones.
Anyway, you recognize Brenda Morales. Brenda is the owner of one of the local coffee shops, Blizzard and Brew. Her haunt tends to be more popular with students. Brenda is quite the mysterious, enigmatic local townsperson. The shop tends to run itself, and Brenda seems to have an ear and an eye out for everybody. She offers the five of you some space to come and sit down and rest should you need it. And as we move to the interior of Blizzard and Brew Cafe, each of you feels a presence, a shadow, a whisper of the wind, an odd look from somebody in the crowd that you haven't quite seen before. Some of you might even hear someone call your name. And when you turn, there's nobody around. But as you make your way across the town square into the coffee shop, there you find a small gathering of some of your fellow students kind of set round. Many kind of look, and most tend to flock towards you, Andre, offering condolences. They're so sorry it was your big night. How are you holding up? There is a lot of hugs and coffee and hot chocolate being passed around when Brenda calls the five of you to the back room. She disappears behind a curtain, leaving the five of you standing there.
Do we go?
Well, what does she want?
I feel like we should.
I don't think Lucy even questions it. She just goes where somebody pointed her to go.
Whatever.
So the five of you just kind of follow. If Lucy kind of takes the lead,
yeah.
and then
I
Val kind
guess.
of goes.
Just follow, yeah.
You move through kind of a narrow hallway. There's kind of boxes kind of stacked up. You can see kind of sackcloths of coffee beans, and it's kind of like a makeshift kind of storeway here. There's a bunch of kind of Christmas novelty stuff in one side, in a box clearly marked "Do not open until the 21st of November," and #fuck capitalism kind of scrawled on the box. And you clearly recognize Brenda's handwriting. There's a door that you've never noticed before. You pass the bathrooms, and here down this long corridor, you do see that there's a small door just left ajar, and there is a fragrance, like a kind of a smoky, perfumey fragrance, kind of spewing out.
Oh, sweet. She's got a vape.
I thought some of you girls farted.
As if you follow the aroma, and you head inside, it appears to be kind of Brenda's office, but it's very sparsely furnished. There's more kind of soft furnishings and throws. There's a couple of different kind of statues, and you see a bookshelf filled with various sort of talismans and ornaments, all kind of strange little odds and ends and bits and bobs. Some books, weird little things that you'd kind of see. And to be honest with you, it's kind of giving Brenda not having kind of outgrown her Hot Topic phase. Like it's that
Ow.
sort of like very sort of like try hard goth kind of thing.
Oh, cool dragon incest burner. Nice.
Don't touch that, Andre. That's the last thing you want to do is touch that.
Is that a velvet poster?
Yes, it is. If the five of you would
Lucy's for sure gonna peel off and just start poking the sparkliest thing in the room.
I promise you, there is nothing in here that is going to help or aid any of you.
I
if
can
you
see
wouldn't-
that.
What about the Zippo with a weed logo on it?
That's the lost and found. And she snatches that and she puts it in her purse. Please take a seat. And she kind of gestures at a bunch of kind of cushions on the floor.
Like your
around
crystal
this
unicorn collection.
that is
Hey, that's still cool.
that is
No, I
a family
meant
heirloom.
it.
That's again, if you could just please.
Can I
what
turn on your lava lamp?
that is, yes, that is a lava lamp. That is what that is.
Yeah, I
And there
know.
are no
I've seen
further
it on
questions.
the internet.
Yes, you
They're
can-
it's vintage.
Is there any surface or chair that is covered in like a shag carpeting?
So there's a really like large, like it's kind of like a throw cushion. It's like a deflated bean bag that has that kind
Yeah.
of shag kind of.
Lucy is curled up in that, petting it like a kitten.
Okay. As the five of you kind of take a seat on the floor, Brenda sits on the
Story
table
time.
opposite, and then the door that you came through slams shut by some unseen force.
Ron is pointedly not sitting on a pillow, but shifting uncomfortably because the floor is hard.
Very manly.
What was that?
Um,
What was what?
You have graver things, if you would pardon the pun,
How's it fun?
I'm very sorry for your loss, but I'm more sorry for what is to come.
What?
You are marked. The 5 of you are marked.
I don't have any tattoos.
Why so serious, Brenda?
You haven't seen it then.
What, the vape that you have that you're hiding? Because we saw that, like under the door, man.
Well, we smelt it, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I got like a
Somebody knows.
sight for that.
You're
Can we-
marked
Can
by
we
death.
hit?
And again, she reaches into her purse and she takes out a vape pen.
Knew it.
I wouldn't light that with the lighter you just pocketed, though. I don't think that works.
Ron, my dude.
You haven't noticed its shadow.
The
You
vape?
haven't heard it call your name.
Mark Shadow?
Who's Mark?
Mark died in the accident.
Oh.
One of the Marks. Tall Mark.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, Mark and I went out once.
Which one?
The tall
Both.
one.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Sorry, Brenda.
You should write a song about it.
I was thinking Into Deep, Rainbow Spectrum, 12 Bells sounded pretty cool because of the 12 bells that they're ringing.
You know, I just think that you should work on some original stuff. I think that you have a lot of feelings inside of you, and I have faith in you.
You know what? I think I'm probably wasting my time with the 5 of you. I'm sure that you'll be fine. That you'll be
No.
fine.
No, wait.
Yes,
We're
Beth?
not gonna tell anybody about your vape. Brenda.
You see, she actually blesses herself.
Yeah, bless up.
I always do this the wrong way.
I made some cookies to give to everybody who's grieving. Do you want some cookies, Brenda?
I have
Yeah,
told you
Brenda.
time and time again, Lucy, you are not to bring in outside food into Coffee Shop.
Well, but it's a gift for you. I'm not trying to sell it.
Nope. I'm good. I'm good. I'm trying to explain to the 5 of you, because there's 5 of you, you have been marked by death.
I don't even know death.
I don't think I consented to that.
Is that how you're trying to say that you want to smoke out with us?
I'm trying to.
Are you in a cult?
Oh, I have 3 people that I'm just gonna kill myself. I think Brenda's got a 9mm under that table, and she's like, you know what? I can speed this up.
You
No,
knew
Brenda,
who we are.
don't speak
You
from
knew
life.
us. You invited us in here. We're not in here with you. You're in here with us.
I'm so sorry. We're being rude. What is it that you need? Hey, everyone's feelings are valid, and Brenda's trying to share with us.
I know, it's just like it's taking a long time.
She did say the thing that she wanted to say to us about 3 times, and none of you guys picked up on it. So I don't know if Brenda is going to continue to have this conversation, you know?
Talking about a tattoo, and I don't have any tattoos.
And I don't even know Mark.
Tattoo.
Where did you get the tattoo from?
I'm talking about death. I'm talking about the thing that was meant to take your life 3 nights ago.
Wait, did you say death or Beth?
Death.
Oh,
Look,
okay. Sorry.
Beth is a little cranky sometimes, but she wouldn't kill anybody.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
This
I mean, she
is
would.
a joke. You are
Yeah.
going to die. The 5 of you are going to die.
Well, but like we're all gonna die.
Yeah, man. But like
Should we
right
go
now, like right
Get
now.
like, Brian, do you need to talk to someone? Because if you fill out the forms, like a lot of stuff has happened, and I get your processing.
That's such a that's so thoughtful.
You want me to get you one of the forms for the town councilor?
I need you to listen to me, Andre. This
Yeah,
isn't
Andre.
a song. This isn't a joke. This isn't a philosophy class.
Wow.
This is a warning.
Okay.
Death is coming for the 5 of you.
Okay, well, like, how do you know?
Because I have seen it.
Like,
And she
but
takes
where?
she takes a pull on her vape pen.
What is in that vape, Brenda?
For real, though.
You have only 2 choices.
Okay. Hit or
Accept
don't hit.
your fate. Yes, hit or don't hit. Accept the
Okay,
fate
hit.
that death is coming for you and will come for you before the week is over.
I mean, everybody comes from you. Like,
What day is today again?
If you
Yeah.
wish to prolong, if you wish to spare your life and avoid death, if you wish to continue to cheat, you have to take the life of somebody else.
Holy
You
shit.
take their years and you'll add them to your own.
Brenda, is this like a D&D? Are you trying to...
She pulls on the
Okay.
cigarette.
Okay. Let's do it.
Lucy's gonna like sort of gently stage whisper in Beth's ear. She's like, I think Brenda's trying to recruit us into a cult.
Yeah.
I saw a whole special about this on Dateline.
Okay,
And-
let's do it.
You want to be in a cult? She wants
Like,
us.
it's just Brenda.
She wants us to like kill people.
What? What if this is like a role playing like cult?
I love role playing.
Same.
I
Let's-
used to do that with Tall Mark.
yeah. That's probably
Okay.
why he walked straight into death, but let's do
That
it.
was
Just being
very
real. Just being real. Let's role play with Brenda.
okay. If you're in, I'm in.
Okay, Brenda.
Yes.
We're ready to join your cult.
Yeah, we believe you.
There's nothing to believe.
No, we believe. Yeah, okay, we don't believe it. But like, who do we have to kill to survive?
You pick. It's dealer's choice after all. And she stands up and she holds the vape pen. And
Wait, now we have to talk to your dealer? I
there's
don't
a
actually even do
crackling
drugs.
sound. Like you all hear kind of like you can hear the sound of kind of the liquid inside the vape pen, and it hisses. And
You know a lot about this.
she turns around. Yeah, I'm a teacher. And she turns around, still with the vape pen in her mouth, and her eyes are locked on you, Lucy. And you see, like, she takes a breath in as she pulls on the vape pen, and then there's
Whoa.
a whistling sound. And she goes to say something, and the pen explodes in her mouth,
Oh, gross.
and her jaw is gone. And she falls backwards.
Whoa!
Do we call
Lucy's-
somebody?
Full on
Lucy's
yeah.
gonna like kind of jump it. She's just gonna like go up to Brenda and try to like gently replace that lower mandible.
The vape's gone,
I
right?
wouldn't touch her.
Yeah, we gotta get the sheriff.
Well, I'm trying to help.
I think we kind of just witnessed Brenda's like final moments. And
Give me
Man,
I'm
a
losing it.
I heard that could happen because of the battery, like the lithium.
Lucy. Give me a smart roll.
Lucy is genuinely trying. Is this all 4?
All 4. Unless do you have any points in smart?
Absolutely not.
Does it sound
Have
like
you
any of us have
witnessed
any
the
points
last-
in smart?
You know what? Val has smart points.
I do. I
Only
do.
one who listened.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna need
Alright.
every single one of those.
Lucy is genuinely trying to help. She's like just trying to hold Brenda's head together. But she's also like, as we're doing this, she's like, does this mean we're in charge of the cult?
Yeah, I think so, man. Let's finish Beth's last wish.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. 7.
Ooh!
She's dead, Lucy. Like it's that thing of maybe I can help her, maybe I can save her, and you go over and there is like literally just the bottom half of her head is gone. Like where there should be a mouth, where there should be a jaw, or even a throat, it's just gone. Her eyes are like, it's just, and you can see the charred kind of smoke and burn around her face. Her eyes are locked in fright in that moment. And as you make eye contact with her, Lucy, as you kind of catch her eyes, you just see a shadow flit across them. Just something moves in her eyes you turn around, there's nothing there, but you see Val, Ron, Beth, and Andre.
Lucy's gonna take off her coat and kind of place it over Brenda as a sign of respect, to just cover up all of that. I don't, knowing Lucy's mental state, I don't think she would follow up on what she saw. I don't think she would clock that, really. Like, it might be simmering in the background there, but she's just probably in shock now. She's like, I don't think cookies will fix this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What's everybody else doing, Val? What's your immediate reaction?
I think Val is going to take out her phone and try to call the sheriff or yeah.
You take out your cell phone and you hit 911, and you're put through to dispatch, and then immediately you're kind of through to. It rings for quite some time, and then the phone picks up. Sheriff Ripper's office.
Hi, I have a bit of a strange situation to report, I guess. We're in the Blizzard and Brew shop, and Brenda had a bit of an accident. She might be dead.
What?
She was vaping and her face kind of exploded.
Is this a prank? Are you?
No, I'm totally serious. Yeah.
Sorry, who is this?
It's Valerie.
Valerie from Silver Pines. Your parents, Danny and Heather?
Yep.
Shouldn't you be at home?
Well, I was grabbing some coffee and Brenda exploded.
Give me a snarky roll.
Okay. Do I have snark? I have one snark.
So you can deduct one of your d4s. You also, Death this evening has an assistant in the form of Zool44 in chat.
Damn it, Zool.
Zool has opted to give you an assist on one of your rolls, Val. So you can deduct another d4 if you wish, or you can hold on to it.
I think I'm going to hold on to it. Okay, let's roll. That is 5.
Okay. 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 I'll send over one of the deputies, Valerie.
Hey.
I need you. Who else are you there with?
The Andrea, Lucy, Beth, and Ron are here also.
Okay. I need you to tell them to stay put. I'll have a deputy over to you, and I will try to get you somebody in as soon as possible. Okay. We're dealing still with fallout, and we're stretched thin, but I will try and get you somebody as soon as possible.
Cool.
Beth, Andre, and Ron, what are the three of you doing while Val is on the phone and Lucy is contemplating whether CPR is still possible?
Ron is looking for anything like a stick or something, and in the lost and found finds like this big pink but likely faded glow stick from one of the like Valentine's Day parties or something that is in there. Someone forgot it, and he just takes it out of the box and goes over to the body that is covered and like prods around under the blanket. He goes, "Is she really dead?" And pulls away like the and covers her face and just prods around with the stick.
Give me a subtle roll, Ron. And then Beth and Andre, what are the pair of you up to?
That's a 12.
Okay, so it's a fail. And for anybody who wants to learn the system, it's not a 16. A 16 or higher is immediate death for our character, or our player's character. When we're doing shit, which is the first phase that we are in, rolling above an 8 gives you it's a glance with death. So you still succeed. However, I need all of you to take stock of the fact that the bad time counter has gone up by 1. So whatever you roll from now on, you are going to be adding +1 to. And it is that thing, Ron, as you poke and prod, like you're kind of, it's just that kind of like, is she dead? Is she kind of moving? Like, what's going on? The stick catches on something. You're like, what is that? And you push a little harder, and there's a bit of resistance, and then it feels plastic, and the glow stick bends, thankfully, as you were millimeters away from jamming it into an outlet that Brenda had fallen onto. And there is no response from the jawless corpse lying on a pile of blood-soaked cushions. Beth and Andre.
I think she's dead.
Andre's just God. Has been for.
Now you can throw up. Now you can throw up. Wow.
I'm keeping it
Oh,
down.
maybe your stomach will finally feel better.
It doesn't feel great.
I think that might be a strong roll then. If are you trying to hold on the stick, or are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to not vomit.
Okay,
Strong.
you
Tell you
give
what,
me
I don't have.
Just like absorb it back in, you know?
Yeah, I suppose I'd also make a case for soda because I'm trying to not, draw attention to myself.
I mean, we all
We
heard
all
the
know.
Andre remix.
Here we go.
Maybe that
Yeah.
can be your new single.
That is a 10.
And that's plus the 1.
11.
And we're now up to +2 on our bad time counter.
You've ruined everything.
You hold on to it, Andre. You actually end up getting sick in your mouth. But not. You kind of catch it. You're used to stage fright, and kind of with your hand over your mouth as your cheeks fill, you swallow it back down. You swallow the sick, and you can feel kind of the burning in your throat. There's a moment where it kind of lodges.
Ooh,
It's just that split second where chunk of sandwich or something kind of fixes itself in your throat, and then it's gone as the air fills your lungs.
Now is not the time to practice your vometal.
I'm not trying to get into vom. trying to be folksy, indie, light.
Is that what made you throw up?
No, it's Brenda's faceless face.
Oh yeah,
No.
man.
Face
You
is still
can't
there.
judge
It's right
people
here.
for their physical impairments.
Beth, what are
Hmm.
you doing?
Yeah, like, listen, I feel like Brenda was trying to send us on a quest. And like, fuck everybody in this town but Brenda. I'm gonna do the quest. I don't know about y'all. And I'm gonna look around the room for like a crystal ball on a little mountain with a unicorn.
Okay. Give me a smart roll as you're
Oh.
going investigating for stuff.
Well, how dare you? Well, I have no smart.
Are you trying to rob stuff then, or are you?
I'm not robbing. I'm
Okay,
doing
smart.
it like openly.
Okay, so we're going full on investigation. So give me to see what you can find that might help with the investigation.
Okay. If you have a 0.
You roll all 40.
Okay, I'm good then.
And-
okay.
Well, also you are hindered. Death's ghost has given you
A +2.
you have +2 and another d4.
Whoa.
You're rolling 5d4.
How
and-
could you say this?
Who did this to my best friend?
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Okay.
7
Okay.
with that with that extra d4. So this is
Okay.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
Okay.
all day 7, and then 8,
2.
9 with
Perfect.
the +2.
Okay.
Damn it.
So now we're at a +3.
That could have gone
Yes.
a lot worse.
We're at +3, and
God.
it is that thing, Beth. As you kind of, you're not even being delicate about it. Like Val is still on the phone. Andre, just there's the smell of sick off of him. You're trying not to look at
Gross.
what Ron is doing, and you don't really know how you can help Lucy in this situation. But there is a bunch of weird books and things here that might be like you watched Buffy growing up. You dabbled in the
Yeah.
occult in the way that every 13-year-old who watched Buffy dabbled in the occult.
Yeah.
And you start kind of going right through the books. The shelf actually comes loose, and that dragon incense pipe, that smoke billowing out of it, kind of falls. You hear it wobble and rock. It falls off the shelf over your head and hits the ground with a metallic thud. There is a dent in the floor where it hit. You're holding in your hand, you are holding a book just called the Nocturne Occult. And as you rifle through it, this appears to be kind of part journal, part kind of encyclopedia. There's pages that have been kind of ripped out of other books and put into this. Again, you recognize Brenda's handwriting from all the coffee cups. When that other capitalistic bullshit organization set up across town, she knew one of their marketing tics was to write people's names on cups, but get them wrong. And she's like, that's ridiculous. Your name is power. Don't give me your name. So she always wrote a fake name just in case. So you recognize Brenda's handwriting. Flicking through this book, it is all to do with the power of death and life, the cycle of things. The last couple of entries are dated the night of and the day after the avalanche at the Hunter's Lodge. Your name, Ron, Lucy's, Val's, and Andre's are all in it, circled with warning. Death will come for them. Help or hinder. Spare their lives. Take somebody else's. That's it.
Oh.
Hey. I just followed the smell of vape. And I found this.
Sorry, can you read that, please?
Yeah, I figured that Ron couldn't read, but that's fine.
Hey, I
Okay.
can read. It's really small.
Yeah, Ron. The backs of shampoo bottles on the toilet, man. I got it. Okay. So,
Do
like,
clowns read Comic Sans?
yeah, and that's it.
That explains why Ronald can't read it.
I know. Well,
That's sad.
let me just.
Sorry.
Don't call me Ronald.
Okay, Ronald. Anyway, so look, the night of the accident, Brenda was vaping something really wicked. And she wrote this about us. And as you can see here, it says that, like, we're gonna get probably killed unless we kill somebody first. I think this is for real.
I'm starting to think it's for real as well, because like you just jammed like a thing in a. If that wasn't a glow stick, you would have been fried. If I swallowed the wrong way, I would have been choked.
Fried.
If you stepped step to the left, you would have been smashed by that dragon.
Fried.
And I don't know why, Val, you're okay, or Lucy, but
You're probably next.
yeah. So keep your wits about you.
I mean,
Just stay away from that
That's
phone
gonna
in
be
case
a
it's like
problem.
explodes like the vape.
my mom always said I'm lucky to have made it past age 11. So
Yeah.
That's
everything beyond this is bonus.
not a nice thing for your mother to say.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, it really does.
Not all of it, but like some of it.
Look, Brenda was a nice lady, but I don't think we should kill people based on what her diary says.
Lucy, what if we have to?
Like,
Well,
Killing people is wrong.
This is just like Buffy.
Buffy didn't kill people. Buffy killed
Yeah.
demons.
Yeah, but what if like it's like that?
Do you think there are demons?
Kinda.
You think Brenda is a demon?
Ronald.
she's clearly dead.
A dead demon?
Yeah, demons are immortal. So
should we
she's
be
not.
here when like the authorities show up? Because like if this note says like Brenda's telling us to kill people and then Brenda's dead, what if they think we killed people and then we're locked up and we don't get to kill people to
Oh,
Look,
wait.
Lucy, I get it. Like killing people's wrong, but I'm not going to have my album finished by the end of the week, so I need at least another 2 weeks to finish this.
We gotta get out of
I
here.
know.
But-
You could
but
probably
we can't-
focus
they're gonna look
really
for
well
us
on your
if-
art in prison.
I take the book and I rip out the page and I eat it.
Oh my god. Ron.
I'm just going to take the notebook and put it in my backpack because they're not going to search us because we're just witnesses.
Okay, so we're gonna say that Ron, you do that, but you grabbed the wrong page. Like you just grabbed a page out of the book.
I hope
not that bad,
page
honestly.
wasn't important.
And in this moment, there is the little office. There's a small little window, and all of you hear the sound of a police siren.
Whoop whoop.
And there is it's the sound of the police. There's a
ACAB.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
all right, no, I couldn't help it after someone did it, so it's our generation's Neil Diamond.
It was.
It's very,
I
very
love
upsetting.
Neil. This is out of character. I genuinely love Neil Diamond. Sorry.
With that, the room is lit up with kind of flashes of blue and red light, and all of you are reminded of the fireworks display at the Hunter's Lodge 3 nights ago.
Lucy
There is that
grabs the
brief
glow
moment.
stick and starts raving.
A deputy comes in, and then an ambulance technician follows in afterwards. An emergency medical technician comes in afterwards. You were all questioned, and then Brenda's body is taken away on a gurney. You are free to go home. And that is where we move into our second phase of this first round. We have done shit.
Yeah,
Now
we
it's
have.
time to get shit done. So
Okay.
I want to know from the 5 of you, of the 4 options, find a weapon, pick a victim, make a plan, or do the deed. What are you going to do this evening? And then I'm going to ask you to roll for me. Ron.
Sorry, just for me to understand, of the 5 of us has to do one of the things, or we as a group has to decide?
All of you has to take a life to spare your own.
Yes.
So you have to go through these. Now you can just attempt murder. You can just go out of your way to do a murder. But you will continue to carry the bad time counter with you. If you do any of the other 3, it will help you do the final deed.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. I will try to find the murder weapon. Ron loves weapon shopping. We're fucking America, so I think.
Buys a gun.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna go look for a weapon. What skill are you using? What stat do you think is most appropriate for Ron in this smart, strong, sexy, subtle, snarky?
I mean, he's not smart about this. Like, he's probably. I see Ron like going into like this Bass Pro Shop or whatever, and just I see this montage of Ron ghost shadow hitting stuff with like axes and trying to like, what is the best thing to like? Can I do it with the baseball bat? Exactly. Can I do it with a machete?
Okay.
I would say it's strong that way, like just using your muscles to find what feels best for you to swing to kill someone with.
You can make a strong roll for me,
Yes.
and you're adding +3 to this.
The people that work in the Bass Pro Shops are like,
What?
what?
Oh god, it's the McDonald guy again.
They're gonna call mall security.
So
I feel like Ron is
that's
the
3,
person
right?
we're
So this
talking
is a
about.
7.
Okay, so with a 7, you succeed, Ron. So you, it's that thing of like it's a fashion montage, but it's baseballs, baseball bats or hockey sticks, various sort of sporting equipment and goods. At one stage, we see Ron swing a rifle. Like it's that thing of like, if I could swing this, maybe it'll work. And there is kind of a shop steward off to one side, like I'll just take the gun. You do in your hands, you are holding a titanium steel bat. It has ridges on it. It is extra cool. It has like a blue lightning symbol emblazoned on it. And it's just called Hit Cool Good. And that is your weapon. You are holding a baseball bat.
It's very Ron.
Lucy, what are you doing for the evening?
I think Lucy's also going to try to find a weapon. She doesn't actually want to kill anyone. That is like the furthest thing from her mind. But she's trying to play along because Beth is like invested in this.
Okay.
Lucy's probably going to, I think her first attempt would be to go to her boss, which would be Jonas.
Okay. So
then like just try to convince him, because she's such a sexy little defenseless lady that she needs a weapon that she can carry around.
I'm just going to so you're going to use sexy to try and
I think Lucy very often uses sexy to get what she wants.
So I this is
I've seen it happen.
Jonas is one of the one of the first out Olympic skiers. And you are going to attempt to sexy your way into getting a weapon. And he's also lost half of his business.
Is there someone else who works at the lodge, like a maintenance guy?
You can give me a sexy roll on Jonas.
Are you inferring that Olympians hate weapons? Because Jonas might be packed.
I think he's that my feminine wiles will not be effective on Jonas.
Might not work the way you think they're going to work, but
so she's just trying to use this like sense of intense sexiness and femininity to make herself seem vulnerable and like in need of protecting and in need of a weapon.
Yeah, Declan, it's called pheromones.
So if I have 3 points in sexy, I take away 3
Yeah.
Dice
d4s.
normally.
What do
So
you mean normally?
I'm going to let you take away 1 dice. Because again, the guy just lost his business. 40 people died on his property.
So he's
and
into
he's
it.
gay.
People.
He's
Okay,
down.
first of all,
Oh.
I did not clock
All
that he was
equal
gay.
challenges.
I don't think any of us clocked that he was gay.
No,
He's an Olympic skier.
that made me think he was straight.
Yeah,
Well,
he wasn't
shame-
a figure
shame
skater.
on the 5 of you.
Secondly,
Skiing is the worst.
I don't think death should come into it because people deal with grief in a lot of ways, and
Yeah.
sex is often the
People
first.
love to bang when they're
But not-
sad.
It's one of the
For-
5 stages.
So I am trying to negotiate to 2 dice. Is what.
Yeah.
We're
5
gonna
stages are
s-
thirst,
we're gonna
horniness.
stick with just
Yeah.
3 dice. So you can roll 3.
Okay.
There's no possibility of you dying in this because you've only got a +3 on this so far.
I don't know. It might feel like death if you try it and it.
Okay.
You
I
find
won't
out.
die.
Yay!
I genuinely didn't clock that he was gay, or I would have just like picked a random.
It fits for Lucy.
Is
Mhm.
Lucy the only
That's
person in the
true.
town that didn't know?
That's true.
Yeah, Lucy's probably the only person in town.
Oh, I love Lucy.
It's just Jonas going around. Yes, this is Marcus, my husband. Yeah, we were met and
She's
the whole
like,
town
what does
laughed
he
along.
mean?
Okay.
by that.
Okay. 3 plus 3, so 6.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
So it is that thing, Lucy. Like, you head up to the Hunter's Lodge, or what remains of it. You skirt past some of the crew that have been assembled. You flit past some of the search and rescue tents. You skip past the mourners, and you find yourself off one of the small roads that leads past the green room, which was the storeroom where you found Andre the night before, down to Jonas's private residence. There you see him wrapped in the arms of his husband, Marcus Bruder,
Whatever.
who, as far as you're concerned, they're just roommates.
Oh!
They share a kiss.
They were
And brothers.
roommates.
They just share a very, very sweet, kind kiss.
That's
And Marcus kind of like waves at you, and it's just kind of like you kind of bless, and he heads inside, and you turn to see Jonas with kind of tears in his eyes.
he didn't like that kiss.
Jesus Christ, Taylor.
I'm trying so hard. Do you guys know how hard it is for me to not go like full snark? I'm trying so hard to maintain this character.
In your best sort of Marilyn Monroe, and purely out of pity, like it's purely out of, and it's not even pity. It's just like Jonas likes Lucy, and you see him.
Who wouldn't? Lucy
he-
is delightful.
Yeah.
You get a sense, Lucy, as you are talking to him and you're listening and you're fluttering your eyelashes at him. Something's weighing on him, and he says, you only half hear it. It wasn't. He just says it wasn't worth it, and then he moves around the side of the lodge, and you hear kind of a metal doors open, the clattering of keys, and he comes out and he hands you a crossbow,
What?
a hunting crossbow.
Did she even ask?
That's
That's
The
the,
West
whole
Gave
reason I
him one of
came
the
in.
looks.
Okay.
That look
I don't know.
crossbow.
That's wild.
I mean, I didn't specifically ask for a crossbow, but I'll take it.
Why did
Can
you have that?
I, just for the flavor, because you said she does kind of clock that something is weighing on him.
Mhm.
She's not going to respond to what she heard him say, but I think Lucy, because she's just like a cupcake. She's going to like offer him not a sexual, not seductive. She's just like a very friendly hug.
like he kind of he
Doesn't want
hugs you, but in the way that you kind of see, not strangers hug each other, like employer who shouldn't be
Ugh.
hugging his employee, kind of just kind of
He's
gives you
like
kind of
wildly uncomfortable, and she's like, "It's okay, I have
Yeah.
cookies."
Like
Yeah.
a cardboard hug.
it's very much
It
that.
crunches a little bit.
And you head past the crowd with your crossbow.
Mission accomplished.
Val,
I
what are
mean-
you doing for the evening? What shit are you getting done?
Sorry, me? I didn't hear.
Yes, Val. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. I think I'm going to try and make some kind of a plan.
Okay. What do you? Okay, so you have the book.
I do.
Yeah. So so you're gonna make a smart roll. You have the book. So I will say using your smart plus the book, that's an extra like an extra point in your smart stat. So what would you normally, if you were rolling 4d4?
So normally I have 2.
So now
So
you've
would
3.
that make it 3 points?
Yes. So you're only gonna roll 1d4.
So do I just?
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
next to impossible for you to
3.
fail this. Okay. It is. You start spilling through the book, Val, and there's a lot of information. There's a lot of like weird bits and pieces. Brenda seems to have traveled the world. She seems to have like lots of like. There's lots of little like photographs or postcards or like receipts. It's really weird. This is from what you can gather, this is like a witch's grimoire. It's like her book, but it's also a scrapbook. Like this isn't something that like you imagine like blood and like all these weird like symbols and incantations. It's mostly just memories and little moments that are captured, and it is as you're rifling through it, and you spend the night kind of reading through it. Brenda she was talking about death. She was talking about it as if it was this entity, this being. You go back to the start. The first entries are dated 1912, and it's Brenda's handwriting.
Oh.
She couldn't have been any older than 45, 44. Like,
Uh-oh.
so, and then you see dates and you see disasters, and it's always just around the time that Brenda leaves town.
Brenda.
And as you get to her little patchwork of silver pines, and there's her business license that's been cut up and like collaged back in on a page, and there's like flower petals and everything kind of scattered through it to make this really lovely little piece. There's notes about the mayor, a former faculty member of Silver Pines Community College, environmental scientist with a specialty in geology. Notes just about her history, her coming to the town, and Brenda didn't seem to trust Mayor Morningstar. In fact, her ballot slip for
Interesting.
mayor is in one of the pages, and she didn't mail it in, but it just literally says under the names of the candidates where other is written, there's just anybody fucking else. You have gathered that Mayor Emily Morningstar, the Aussie blow-in to the town of Silver Pines, may not be as light and sunshine and rainbows as she appears to be. And you remember the conversation you overheard with her and Jonas the night of the incident, the shouting. I am marking one of your 4 activities as completed. Our bad time counter has not increased. Andre, what are you doing?
I was going to go over to Val's place, but I think on the way, not on purpose, I'm going to find a victim. So like as player find a victim, does Andre not know that this is like, oh, we can go that guy?
Okay. What's that? Like, are we talking subtle, like sneaky, sort of
Think
like
so.
skulking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a subtle roll.
Am I adding? Has anyone screwed me over in chat?
No,
or help?
nobody in chat. Nobody in chat has injured you, or nobody in chat has hurt you. And just in
Anything
time for
worse than
Emily
being
to arrive. Yes, Emily Grace has just rocked into chat. Yes, Emily, the mayor is named after you.
Different Emily.
Evil.
This one's Morningstar.
Uh,
This one's related to the devil.
oh, did I pick that last name on purpose?
What are we at? +3?
+3, yeah.
Yay! 7 + 3 is 10. I fail.
You failed.
Or succeed.
Nope, you failed. There is.
You thought about it.
It's all of these names start to like, there's this person, and wait, there's this agent that didn't respond to your emails, and all of these people that have wronged you and scorned you kind of come up into mind, and you take out your phone and you have like in your contacts you have like little skulls next to everybody's names. As you're flicking through it, and then the car that you're driving almost loses control. As
Wow.
our bad time encounter increases by 1, and
Great.
you skid off the road into a snowy bank, hitting your head off of your driver's side window, blacking out for the night. Andre, you never made it over to Val's.
I had so many nice things to say.
Beth, what are you doing?
Vaping, but
You just saw Brenda's jaw blow up.
yeah, so I need to hit. Anyway, Brenda or Beth, I'm like starting to freak out. Look, she told me what to do, and it was kill. And and to be honest, not that opposed. Kind of into it. Beth is gonna find a victim by hitting the book face and just kind of like scrolling through everybody that we went to like high school with.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think that might be like what stat are you using for this?
Here's the thing. I'm not good at anything but snark.
Snark.
And I feel like when you view a person on the internet from your youth,
Mhm.
that's all that you have.
I mean, Hundo P. Like,
That's the only thing that engages.
Give me a snark roll.
Hell yeah.
+4.
Oh my god. Wait, that's really bad for me.
wait, I thought our counter was only at 3.
Andre
That's
failed.
4.
You're welcome.
Wait. Do I have to roll 8 dice?
No.
No. Whatever you roll plus.
+4.
Okay, I was like, get the hell out.
So you have 3,
Oh.
right?
Yeah,
So
okay.
you roll 1 dice plus
Yeah.
4.
I got freaked out. I was
Lucy's
like, I'm-
stupid. Monica's not.
I was like, I'm definitely not gonna make it. Whew, okay, I got a 2. And then we're doing what, +3 or +4?
4.
+4.
Okay.
You're just about.
Yep. Okay.
You're fine.
You succeed, baby.
Okay, so
And-
let's pick somebody.
Yes, full of whatever toxins are in those vapes and whatever energy drinks that you've been guzzling through the night.
Yeah.
It's a cram session for you in the same way that your philosophy repeats were a cram session. You are full internet spiral as you scroll through Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, X, Blue Sky, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and all of these people, so many of these really
Tinder.
obnoxious, annoying people. I'm going to give you 2. I'll give you 1, and you can pick the other one since you rolled under the 8, which is good. First thing that you noticed is nearly on all of these things, there's an ad. There's a paid for promotional ad for the office of Mayor Emily Morningstar. And it's this really obnoxious video where she's in front of a green screen and like rolling countryside and mountainside, happy tourists, rosy-cheeked little infants, Christmas markets, ski resorts, all these wonderful things. And then it's like, but then the environment and ecology, and then it ends with, and you accidentally hit the audio unmute button, and it just ends with Emily, Mayor Emily Morningstar, like her logo kind of flashes up, and then she fades in on the screen,
Or nor.
and there's just a say good day to Silver Pines, and the video starts to replay again. Something about those intrusive ads really pisses you off.
Yeah, for sure.
And you come across your high school nemesis, who is, as you have gleaned from Facebook and Instagram, back home in town, and put up a really obnoxious selfie of himself at the memorial with like the crying emoji.
Internet crying?
Yeah, in front of the Book of Condolences.
Oh my god. You've chosen the two things that Beth hates the most: gratuitous internet crying and the government.
Okay, so with that, our getting shit done phase passes. We have a +4 on our bad time counter, and our day picks up after. There is a group message comes out. It's a text from Andre's sister. He's in hospital. The car skidded out. Send thoughts and prayers. Also, here's my Cash App and my Amazon wish list. She's going out
And
with
my
your,
throne.
yeah, she's going out with your high school nemesis, Beth. They've been on and off since prom. And he's now in the group chat as well, and he's dropped a YouTube video that he made of himself, and it's set to inspirational country music, and it's all about America and like that we will persevere, and the mountains and our home, and we're stronger because we've suffered, yada yada yada.
Is this my nemesis?
It's your nemesis. Yeah, he's now in the group chat.
Oh my god.
We pick up with the five of you in the hospital, the small local hospital, at Andre's bedside. He has a pretty nasty cut on his forehead. And as the four of you make your way, Andre, the curtain to your bed is pulled for privacy, and you can hear nurses, you can hear the beeping of machines, you can hear the Tannoy system calling for Dr. Goodtime. All these little kind of like it's the, and you're kind of like you're roused from your kind of state of mind.
Wow, yes, for that, yeah.
And there's a moment where as you kind of like as your vision kind of begins to kind of come into focus, you just see a shadow move along the curtain.
Dr. Goodtime.
And two hands. Why did I name him Dr. Goodtime?
Because he's here for a good time, not for a long time. We're gonna kill him.
He's the #1 provider of sponge baths in the Silver Pines community.
Zul44 just said, not Dr.
I'll catch a
Goodtime.
head injury for that.
It leans again. You just see the
Does he
silhouette
vape?
lean against the curtain, and a face kind of just elongates abnormally, and then
What?
there is just a whispering sound. For Beth and Ron, the pair of you make it. You're kind of in the car park at the same time, and both of you simultaneously hear your name whispered and echoed. And it's, I think it sounds like a car backfiring. It sounds like a gunshot, but you definitely heard
Ron!
your names. Yeah, that's just Beth shouting at you. But you both hear your name being called. And Lucy, with a crossbow on your back, you're stopped by security, who
Surprise!
then let you through because it's not loaded, I guess. Your charms worked on him. There's a moment where you slip. The crossbow catches on a corner on a doorway, like a handle, and you feel your whole body yank, and something rushes past you. There is just a moment where something rushes as the crossbow the strap gets wrapped around your throat, and you catch yourself just in time.
Paging Dr. Goodtime.
And Val, you've been waiting in the lobby
Emergency.
for the others to kind of to arrive, and seeing Ron and Beth walking in together. You go to stand. There's been a small old man in a wheelchair next to you the entire time, just kind of like half dozing in, half dozing out. Nobody seems to have come near him. And as you move past to join your friends, his hand snatches at you.
Ew.
And he looks up at you with just these two milky eyes.
We kill him.
Is that you? Is it my time? And his hand trembles. And that is where we're taking our intermission.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Since some of us did accomplish the thing, like finding a victim, grabbing a weapon, did that take away any of our bad time rolls?
No, it did not. But when you go to do the deed, I will factor in the fact that you have a weapon, or you've made a plan, or you found the victim. So I'll factor those things in.
I misunderstood that mechanic, and I'm very sad. Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're going to be back in 10 minutes. Let's see if we can kill the mayor. Bye, everybody. We'll see you in 10. otherwise.
Beep, beep, beep,
No,
beep,
they have.
beep, beep, beep,
They
beep.
have. Thankfully, those subtitles have cleared, and Tom, now no one knows that you're a psychopath. Goody for us. If you're joining us because your Halloween has gone in a different direction, so has mine. And, and I'm here for it. I was trying to give you Final Destination. Now I'm giving you Carry On Death.
Nothing. He's giving us nothing.
Our heroes are hero. I don't know if I want to use the word heroes.
Heroes is a stretch.
Our hero, Val, and 4 people that Val knows. Andre finds himself in the hospital after narrowly avoiding a head-on collision with a snowbank.
Decided to bump.
And everybody else, after receiving a group text and being alerted to Andre's absence and obviously inevitable accident, you've made your way to the local hospital. What are you doing as you approach Andre's room? And we're going to start, Andre, what are you doing with? You've just seen that creepy visage in the curtain, and as you kind of snatch it away, there's nobody there, and the room you're in is empty. There's 2 other beds. There's nobody in them.
It's really settling in to Andre how true everything Brenda was trying to say. Like, death is after him. There was nothing he could have done. He was driving and texting naturally. So, like, he couldn't have been any safer on the roads. And he's like, there's someone that's out to get me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think of, like, ways to protect myself.
Okay.
Where's the safest I could be?
Give me I think that's a smart check.
Smart? I ain't. But I will.
And remember, you're +4 on this.
I might die because I'm rolling 4 dice.
And
Well, that's not...
just 1 second, Zool. Thank you for that. I try to paint a creepy picture every now and again. So thank you, Ben. What did you get on your roll?
14.
+4.
That was the 10 + 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, your head is pounding. Like, it's absolutely, like, it's where would be safe? Like, what? God, if only I had my phone. If only I had. And you can look around, and there's already cards. There's like get well soon. There's a bowl of like fruit. There's some balloons. There's a stuffed animal. Like all these kind of little bits and pieces on your bedside locker, but you don't see your phone. And as you kind of reach around, you do actually slip out of the bed, and your head
pulls on my thing.
Yeah, that snags, and that's what saves you from impaling yourself on the handle of the bed opposite you. It came inches from your eye as you slipped forward, and the drip feed that is in your arm snags in the last second, and there is a biting pain, and you feel blood rush down your hand.
My playing hand.
Yes, it is. It's your guitar hand.
I only use one.
Yeah,
this is why I'm really embarrassed.
Aren't they both guitar hands?
Yeah, but it's an Andre technical term.
Double neck guitar.
Lucy, what are you up to?
I think Lucy's gonna stop by the gift shop.
Okay.
She would definitely want to grab like flowers or a balloon, something that she thinks would brighten up Andre's day. So if there's like a guitar-shaped balloon, and it's like clearly intended for a child, but she's gonna grab it because she just is like, I want to make him happy.
Okay,
that's probably it. Like, and maybe she's low-key avoiding Dr. Goodtime.
Okay, so subtle. Then, if it's the you're trying to like go unnoticed, carrying a balloon, and all that, it's a subtlety roll. So
okay, so -1.
Okay, so 3d4 + 4. Sorry, no, +5.
Did my fail make a 5? Yeah,
+5.
I need y'all to stop failing. My little cupcake, like, this is stressful. Okay. Oh, that's a 12.
You rolled a 12 or 12?
No, I rolled a 7 and then plus 5 is a 12.
Okay. It's that thing where balloon in hand, a card, like a large kind of like A3 card, kind of up to your face, Lucy, because you see Good Time coming around the corner. And you're trying to hide, like you're like, oh, sugar, no, not him. You hold the card up and it's blocking your vision. The balloon snags on the automatic door, and you feel it kind of pull for a second as you fall back. And the balloon had blocked the sensor. And for that split second, the door wasn't about to open and your head was about to fall back into it.
What?
And the balloon kind of slips from your hand, and the guitar balloon kind of floats up into the ceiling. The center opens and the door parts, and you kind of stumble backwards into a small little trough full of plushies and teddy bears.
That's where she belongs.
Beside the knife basket.
Right next to the basket of novelty hospital knives. Yes. Yeah.
The syringes.
Oh.
Beth and Ron, the pair of you are coming in together. What are ye doing?
I feel like Ron is super interested in everything in the hospital. Everything is interesting, but he's also like sure that he knows a lot about medicine. So he finds the first medical professional he can see, like a random poor nurse, and starts laying on half knowledge on her and going like, if you have a patient with an embolism, you can just take this syringe, and I heard you can fill it up with air, and if you put it straight into her vein, you can blow those arteries right clean.
The student nurse who you recognize from the community college, Nina, is just kind of nodding at you, Ron. I mean, it's not nodding in the sense of, yeah, that's very interesting. Nodding in that sense of, oh boy, somebody has waddled into the hospital that needs help, and she's looking for somebody to help her. Give me a smart roll.
Yes, sorry, smart roll. That is absolutely. This is where I die, probably. Honestly.
Oh no!
Well,
it might be.
Chat thinks you're going to get sectioned, so.
Yeah, in two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like, lovely choice of words, Zool. This is plus 6.
Should have chosen more. Yeah, this is probably it, guys. 6
Oh my gosh!
and 5 is 11 plus 5 is 16.
There we go.
Ooh.
I was expecting that.
It's this moment, Beth, where you kind of like, Ron was with me. Where is he? You turn back and you see that I don't know, some student nurse from the college that like she's dealing with him, and Ron, she takes the syringe from you because she's like, that's incredibly dangerous. And where did you get this from? And she turns for a moment, and then Ron, something catches your eye. Well, yeah, that's interesting, but like, I bet she doesn't know how defibrillators work. And taking the paddles, and like you check, it's not on. Like you look at it and you're like, oh yeah. You take like in the movies, like in the TV shows, like in the things that you watch, you rub the two paddles together. And Beth, there's a moment where you see an orderly, like a janitor, kind of like looking around. He's got like a waxer with him, and he's kind of looking around, and it's not plugged in, and you see the lead, and it's next to that defibrillator machine that's just in the hallway, and the wires are tangled, and he's not arsed. He's kind of listening to music. He's got his Beats headphones on, and he grabs a plug, and you're watching as Ron is just like demonstrating, and Nurse Nina is just like, Yeah. That's again though, we don't put those on live, patients. And the orderly plugs in the defibrillator, and with Ron having it set the whole way up, like with this. And like one time I read on the internet that if it's fully charged and you apply it without any, and he zaps himself into the chest, and his hands, his muscles have stiffened. Nina reaches for him and she's electrocuted. He's vibrating violently. And you just see smoke start to erupt from his chest. His teeth are gritting, and he is jostled back and forth. The janitor rushes towards the nurse with a broom, and he jabs her with it, and she's sent flying back off of Ron, who is now convulsing violently with electricity coursing through his body. He erupts in flame. As people scream and the sprinklers go off. Siren wails in Silver Pines Hospital as our dear Ron McDonald meets his end.
I mean, we all knew that would happen.
Yes, we did.
Fun news is you're right beside a defibrillator, which is what you would need to.
I mean, if he hadn't been cooked internally, yes, yeah.
Casserole.
With that, Ron's death portrait is now on our overlay. Down, but not out. Ron, like my wonderful ghastly assistant, once per round, you may help or hinder another player by adding or subtracting a d4 to their roll. And you can, in chat, in public chat, not in private Discord, you can put it out there for all to see as our game continues. And Beth, you just see storms of people running. Somebody has gone to like plug out the defibrillator. There's somebody with a fire extinguisher. Someone's trying to turn off the sprinklers. What are you doing?
Well, I'm standing in the hallway watching this, and like, you know how sometimes at the hospital they bring those meals to people on like little carts, but like if you're done, they'll put it like outside your room.
Yeah.
I'm having one of those while I kind of watch this.
Okay.
Like one that's out there.
Give me subtle,
Well,
because I think you've stolen something. I mean, it's the leftovers, but you've.
Thank you. It was for free, but whatever. We
we still have a +6.
Oh,
oh my
gosh.
god.
That's too
Okay.
many. It's too many, Declan.
It's too many, and I have a 0, so here we go.
Not my best friend.
Okay. Wow, so it's +6.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 19.
Oh my god.
Now, I will say in that moment, I think Ron, as your spirit leaves your body, you see Beth, just like in shock and in grief already, comfort eating, as your corpse is sautéed and flambéed.
I knew the risks.
Do you want to use your help or hinder, I guess, if you want to make it worse, action to help, possibly help Beth in this situation?
Could I keep Beth alive?
You could try, yeah. You can give her, you can let her roll a d4 to subtract from her 19.
Okay. And I think with this last thought before Ron immolates, he thinks
Like a little creepy.
Thinks-
By the way, I'm not bringing back your character on stream. Your death mask is staying up there.
Yeah, that's fine. No, he thinks I thought I was going to be supposed to see my life flash before my eyes. No, I'm seeing Beth flash before my eyes. Yeah, and she can have the extra die to
Okay.
reroll.
So you can
Let's see if it helps.
You need 4. Anything less, and it's not because 16 or higher, and you're dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that is even gracious because honestly, with the 1, it's 16. But like, who cares?
Is there life after Beth?
We're about to find out.
I don't know if there is for Lucy. I think this
Do
might.
you believe in life after Beth?
What you get your D4? But Terry, you're rolling it, not Tom. You're rolling it. That's
Oh, it's me.
We're just waiting.
You put this on yourself.
It's the
I'm not
longest
doing that
roll
for
of
I
a
was like,
D4.
I'm
Looking
sitting
at the
here
tunnel.
like I'm like Ron. I know you're the worst, but like, let's go.
No.
Okay, cool. Well, rolling a D4. Wow, it's a 2.
Okay.
So
Welcome to the internet.
I think it's fitting in that that moment where Beth, as you watch the carnage unfold in front of you, it's that thing of like everybody needs something, and in this moment you need a snack, you need something, and you do find like one of the orderlies that had been kind of like bringing meals in and out of the room. There is like just like half-eaten dried toast, a few bits and pieces.
yeah.
And it's that thing of you're not even looking, and
Nah.
you kind of reach and oh, there's a juice box. You take a sip of that, and in that moment, as you bring the straw up, you can see kind of like the light. Jeez, it's weird, and you suck back and you're like, oh god, what? And you kind of catch like you cough, and the straw shoots out and it kind of catches your mouth. Oh god, no, oh, no, not happening. You need water, you need something, you need anything, and you grab a small little plastic cup, and you swallow hard, and the last thing you feel is teeth that aren't your own banging against yours as you've swallowed an old woman's dentures. They lodged in your esophagus and you start choking. You're scratching at your throat. And just out of the corner of your eye, you do see a little old lady in her room kind of looking around. She's like, oh, no, I really left my teeth somewhere. And like she's just gumming. And like it's the last thing you see as everything, the room starts to spin and everything goes dark, and all you can feel are these teeth in your throat blocking your airways, the burning pain in your chest, your knees lose their strength and you fall to one side. Everything goes dark as Beth meets her maker.
And I know I'm in hell because the first thing I see is Ron.
Exactly.
He tried to save you.
I know, but it's
But
Beth.
failed. Incompetent to the last.
Listen, the important thing is we tried our hardest.
Val,
Did we?
You've it's that thing of like you looked away, and when you look back and you can hear all this commotion, you see a burnt cadaver on the ground with people kind of like trying to figure out what to do with it. You don't see Beth anywhere. She seems to have kind of gone. You don't see any sign of Ron, but people seem to be in hysterics. The old man has let go of your hand with kind of an exasperated breath. He's here. It's here. Soon, it's my turn soon. And he seems to be elated at whatever is happening. What are you doing in this moment?
It may be my turn soon. I think Val is just going to be like, I'm not going to acknowledge what's happening there. It's a hospital. Many different things could be happening. Those could be not my friends. So I think she's going to, since she spent a lot of her night reading through the journal and trying to make a plan and piece everything together, I think she's going to grab herself those shitty coffees from the corridor, because I think she just needs some caffeine.
Okay. What stat? Like if you're kind of like getting yourself, are we talking strong? To kind of like suck down that because it's awful coffee.
I don't know.
I think. Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say maybe subtle in the way that she's just trying to stay out of the way and just have this quickly and then continue.
Okay, so it's the thing of you don't want to draw attention to yourself. You just want to grab the coffee and go. You don't want to make eye contact with anybody. You're not looking at that. Okay, yeah, you can give me a subtle roll.
Okay.
And
it's plus
it's still
6?
plus 6. Yeah. Now I don't think there's anything in the. While you're rolling, I will just double check. Is there anything about the clock we're setting?
When people die.
Nope, there's nothing there.
Just as like an interpretation of the rules, because the one nurse died as a result of Ron getting electrocuted.
She didn't die.
Just close that.
Were you going to claim her as your victim?
No, I was going to say Ron accidentally killed her, but it counts.
Yeah, okay.
I see your loophole. You say you're not getting it.
Paging Dr. Good Time.
Okay, that is 12.
Okay. Again, it's a fail, but you don't not enough to trigger a death's grip.
Great.
Yay!
Yeah.
You get the coffee. It does not do what you were hoping it to do, which was kind of like to alleviate the tiredness and the exhaustion. And it's that thing of like, as you sit back, it's like, you kind of gag. It's awful. It tastes like burnt dirt. It's not good coffee. It's not. And then immediately you think of Brenda and the blizzard and the brew. And then you think about the journal and her notes and all of the horrible things that you read. And there's a moment where you, like, as you're going to spill the coffee out, some of it trickles out, like some of the bin's overflowing, and you can see this large pool of like kind of stagnant coffee liquid at the bottom of the bin that's kind of seeped out onto the coffee machine. And you can see the plug outlets, and you see the water, the coffee just sort of dribble towards it. And you step away as an orderly kind of takes you kind of by the shoulder, and it's, sorry, miss, are you okay?
Yeah.
And he moves past, and he leaves you on your own.
Okay.
And you head to Andre's room, where again you see that he's using a pillow case. Lucy is there as well, trying to help bandage up his hand. That's kind of got a bit of blood on it. And the three of you have gathered. There's no sign of Ron or Beth.
Are we gonna try to kill
How are
someone
you doing?
today? I hit my head on my car and my hand on the drip, and that's definitely coming for me. And I don't know if it's good to be around me in case, like, I don't know, the curtain falls down and I choke on it.
On the curtain?
Like, I get wrapped up and I'm like,
Honestly, there was some commotion in the corridor, and I have a feeling it's not just you.
should we try to get out of here? I would have thought a hospital was a safe place, but maybe it's full of dangerous things. Need to go to the safest place.
I don't know if the place is the issue. I think we need to do what Brenda was asking us to do.
Andre's gonna like subtle eyes to the guy in the bed beside them. Check if it's sleeping. Not sleeping.
I said there was 3 beds and both were empty. Two beds were empty.
Subtle eyes this way. Subtle eyes this way. No. Then who was that? No, who was that creepy face in the wind? That makes so much creepy face in my thing. What? Who was that? Who was that guy?
I'm not sure Lucy's even engaging in this conversation. I think she's just sort of like being overly solicitous to Andre, like trying to fluff his pillow, making sure that he's like got a full water pitcher. Like Lucy's down bad for Andre.
I
think
think
a distracted driver.
Hey,
think
it happens to the best of us. We all text and drive, okay?
If that's your Chad, if you're watching, this is the lesson of tonight's stream.
No, it's not. No, it's not. The lesson is not to text and drive. Just
brought to you by Watford's Funeral Home. Text and drive.
We only text at red lights.
No, we shouldn't do it either. This is coming from Death. Don't.
Declan, you don't drive. You wouldn't know these things.
As the 3 of you are kind of gathering around, and Val, you're kind of. Are you sharing what you've kind of gathered from the Nocturne Occult Grimoire?
Yeah. I would have shared what I found pretty much.
There is again, the commotion out in the hallway kind of spills out, and then there is a small fluttering of other people in suits kind of spilling in. You overhear one of the nurses saying, "Really now? She's visiting the hospital now after what just happened? I mean, 2 people just died." And then you do hear kind of echoing kind of in the hallways, "Oh, good day, love. Good day. Good day. Oh, good day. Oh, aren't you?" And again, there's kind of a moment where you all see Mayor Morningstar just sort of, she kind of stops by the thing. She goes, "Oh, bless your heart, eh? Hey? Oh, you're that little musician fella, ain't you?"
Yeah, Andre, you're the mayor.
You make the music, I make the decisions, right?
Do we think, because Lucy and Beth were so close, that Beth would have told Lucy? Is Beth allowed? Like, I know you're dead, but are you allowed to chime in on this? Would you have told Lucy that you had picked the mayor as your victim?
Yeah, I would have been hitting the group chat hard.
Right on.
You're
Not even our personal chat, just like telling everyone in town.
Beth is
yeah,
on
I want to
Pines.
kill the mayor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to kill the
Facebook
mayor
page.
and also that one girl's boyfriend.
Yeah, and if I hadn't died, I would have gone into Andre's room and seen if there was a card from him, and I would have ripped it up and put it in a little pile. So, since
That would
that's
show
like
him.
his brother-in-law.
Okay.
Right on.
The mayor,
So
she kind of
Lucy would have this information.
the mayor just kind of knocks. Well, all the best then. You get well, mate. And don't forget, vote for Morningstar. And she gives you a wink, and she heads off.
We don't vote the mayor in this town. The mayor's like someone needs to explain to the Australian person how democracy works in America. We don't vote someone in. They get put there.
I thought some towns could vote for cats.
There is that town that voted for a dog.
Okay, sorry. Are we now just comparing cats and dogs to Australians getting elected in American towns?
No,
Apparently,
I wasn't. I think you were, but I
No,
I mean,
I-
Andre straight up said we don't vote. So
yeah, we don't vote.
it's like the one thing we get to do, and he took that away from us.
Yeah, we don't get to vote in America. Not in my town, not in my fantasy.
Doing shit is done. Now it's time to get shit done. And Val, Andre, and Lucy, armed with some very, very terrifying text messages that the FBI are really looking into from Beth. And with no sign of Ron or Beth, the assumption is both have fallen to death. Or they've split the party and they're going off to
They went to the
something
farm.
else. You find Ron's car in the parking lot. Keys still in the ignition because it's this obnoxious Thunderbird spray painted nocturnal purple with like green smoke and like stars on it. And it just says the one, the only, the Ron in lettering on it. It also has that weird kind of like, what's that thing that cars bounce?
Oh, the hydraulics.
Yeah, it has that. It has those hydraulics. It has two huge speakers that are not a proper fit for the car, and you're sandwiched kind of between them. There's all that really obnoxious LED lights around every trim on the car, and in the back you do see a silver titanium steel baseball bat. How are you getting shit done? So for Lucy, you have a weapon. For Val, you have a plan of sorts. You know how this works. And Andre, you have nothing. You haven't got a victim. You haven't got a weapon.
Head and a sore hand.
And you don't have it. Now, I will say, like, if you want, Marta, because Val shared her plan, which is now know how this works, I would extend that to the group if you wanted to. That everybody gets everyone has ticked a box for get the plan done. Okay. So with Ron out, so Val, you have 1. Lucy, you have 2 of your 4 completed. Andre, you have 1, and we have a baseball bat in the back if anybody wants to take it.
I'll take it. That makes it 2.
Okay, and that leaves Val with 1. You selfish bastard.
Does Val not have a weapon?
Nope.
No.
Oh, I'll give it to Val. There you go. I got a guitar.
Oh yeah, you have a guitar. Is that your weapon?
The way I play it?
Oh, the way we've yet to hear you play it.
Okay.
Okay, give me a if it's a case of you want to use the guitar as a weapon, give me a strong roll with it.
I mean, this is where I go because I don't
So
have
can
no
I just
straw.
take the bat then?
Yes, yeah, I'm just giving you the bat.
Okay.
All right. 4, and I'm adding 6 to this. Could be the end of old Andre. Not bad. That makes it a 17. Unless any ghosts want to help.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Monica, just so you know, we might want to do a hard refresh on your ninja room because I've tabbed you off and on, and the old turn it on and off and it didn't work. And Andre, sorry, you have a help from Death's assistant as well.
Ooh.
So
Good, I don't have to do it.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Let's roll a d4 and subtract.
yes, yeah.
Cool. It doesn't help. 17 to 16.
Okay.
Just a 1.
There's a moment where, again, yeah, sorry, Monica, I've tabbed it on, I've tabbed it off. I don't know if it's even picking up your audio.
How strange.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
But it's not picking up your audio either. Yeah, no, your audio is dropped as well entirely. Well, you might be spared, Andre, because we might have to bump off Lucy. So let me. I'm just going to check to see if there's anything on my end that I can do as well.
I'll come up with an idea of how I can dodge death with thinking.
With thinking.
With thinking.
Wow.
I'm going to use this little noggin up here as a player.
Oh, I have the death mapped out in my brain, so one of you's getting it.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Maybe you can do your special power of throwing up on yourself, and then when death shows up, it won't want you.
Like, I don't want this farm boy.
Ugh.
Ew. Ugh. I don't want this one anymore.
This one's covered in chunk.
Oh, no,
Can
gotcha,
you
gotcha.
hear me?
Yeah,
Yes?
we've got you. Yes, yeah.
Oh, I'm back. All right. I am
Well,
back
that's
from the dead.
Okay.
Dead to me. And I had such a clever way out too, using the DM's own words against him. My favorite play.
Okay. With this, as the three of you pile into the car to go get shit done, weapons and a plan, and yet no victim yet, other than possibly the mayor. But how do we get to the mayor? There's a moment where, Andre, as you sit into the driver's seat, and Val, you spill into the back behind two terrifyingly tall, almost tyrannical, obnoxious speakers. And Lucy, you sit into the passenger seat at the front, kind of scooting your seat up as far as possible. Or at least you're trying to. You press the button and it doesn't do anything. And you press another button and the hydraulics on the car start to bounce already.
Please don't kill me in this horrible car.
And Andre, there's a moment where you're like, Jesus, no, it's not that button. It's this button.
Oh yeah.
And all of the buttons are in, you don't know, they look like hieroglyphs. Like
Exhibited a number on this little baby.
it's woeful. And you press down on this really kind of gaudy silver button. And there's a moment where your seat vibrates for a second. You're like, oh, wow, that's a neat function. And then both Val and Lucy, you see Andre's seat just explode upwards as he pushes the eject button that for some reason Ron had installed in his car. If ever the car was to rocket off the side of a cliff, there is an eject button to get him out of the car safely, but the roof
Such a Ron thing.
to be open, and there's a moment where Andre's head hits the roof of the car and the neck snaps violently as he is crushed into the roof of the car. The pair of you standing there covered in blood, or sitting there covered in blood, the entire time the car is still doing its hydraulic bouncing.
It feels like
getting
such
out
a
of the
Ron
car.
thing to install an ejectable seat and forget that the car is closed.
A Celine Dion megamix is playing, by the way. There's a Celine Dion megamix playing.
That's what I was trying to eject.
Yeah. How do I eject
So-
that?
In the course of like 20 minutes, Lucy has lost her best friend and her crush.
Are you
Bit
crying?
soon for crush jokes.
Well,
Hey!
and
Okay.
with that, we say goodbye to Andre.
Oh.
The good news is, the really good news is that names have power. And Death thinks my name's Andre, so I made it. He wasn't after Andrew Rochester. He was after Andre.
Yeah, but it got Andre, man.
Yeah, again, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Sure
And
did.
You know what the
it
sad
worked out.
thing is? If you had released that EP, you know,
You're back, Martha. I think it's
that would have
maybe dropped
been like
So-
immortal, but like this.
for Lucy and Val, it is that situation where you have lost 3 friends in the space
Briscoe,
of
down.
only a couple of hours.
Briscoe. Great.
You've every corner you turn, death seems to be waiting for you. It's time to get shit done, and I need you to plan. You have a plan. You have a weapon. We have a victim. We have the mayor. That seems to be who Beth was looking for you to bump off. That maybe some, and you also happen to know, Val, that there is something shady about her as well. What are you doing?
So
Did
all
the
that's
mayor-
left is
Oh,
do the
sorry.
deed?
Well, it's find a victim and do the deed. If you want to find somebody else, you can attempt that, or you can just go try do the deed and bump off the mayor.
Did the mayor ever leave the hospital? Like, did we see her leave?
You haven't, because she obviously was doing kind of like that typical politician dropping in the middle of a disaster to canvass while smiling and offering help that won't come. You haven't seen her, and you do see like out in the kind of the open car park, her entourage, the couple of cars that she rocked up in, are there. So she's still on the grounds of the hospital.
So I don't know about Val, but I think Lucy at this point her brain is not going to wrap around what's happening. She's just going to follow like the last person that she was listening to, which is Beth. So she's going to be like, I guess there's no avoiding it at this point. Like, she would like to not kill someone, but if they have to kill someone, she's going to choose the victim, and it's going to be the mayor. Beth was after the mayor, and the mayor is right in front of them.
Yeah. I was gonna say they can try to find the mayor inside of the hospital, and if they can get her to be in a room alone with them.
Okay. Give me so you want to try and approach the mayor to talk to the mayor privately?
Yes.
Okay. And are you going along with this, Lucy? Are you just kind of following Val? To be clear, it's a body per person, not one body.
I know.
Tragic. Sorry, the chat is killing me. So Lucy and Beth being close, Lucy would also know about the high school nemesis, right?
Yeah.
Do one and do the other.
I think Lucy might feel like the mayor is, because Lucy doesn't think she's a smart person. She might be intimidated by the idea of like going up against the mayor, especially in a public place. So I think Lucy's going to backtrack, pick a victim, and have that victim be the high school nemesis.
Yes, do it for Beth.
Okay, so you want to
do it for Beth.
You want to try and find this.
Yes, I want to find that person.
That's your find a victim. So I need you to give me what are you using to find it?
Oh, for sure, Lucy's using her wiles. She's gonna just start talking to people around town and figure out the last place this person was seen.
Okay. Okay, so give me a sexy roll, but still +7.
Right, but it's only one.
Yes, yeah.
Marvelous. You can't kill me, Declan. This time. All right, 10.
Okay, so because we're not doing shit, we're getting shit done, and a 10 is a fail. So
I'm not dead.
You're not dead. You're not dead, but you have increased our bad time counter to 8. So it is that thing, Lucy. As you start talking to people and you're trying to find out, it's like all you have is Beth's irate ramblings, like it's the comment section on a news article about the upcoming election. That sort of vicious diatribe of just hate for this guy. Not once in her messages, though, has Beth actually said who he is. So you're like, the guy that Beth hates, the guy, and everyone's like, well, which one? Which guy? Because Beth hates everybody. And you are like, people are trying to help. People are like, oh, I actually think I saw him at the, the mayor has set up that book of condolences at the town hall. And you are sent off in that direction, Lucy, leaving Val alone in the hospital seeking out the mayor.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
If we have +8, how can I succeed?
Based on your stats that you are because you have, if you remember, you're now looking to kill, right? You're looking to kill the mayor. You have 2 out of 3 of your planning things done.
Yes.
So I will take 2 off of that 8 for you.
Okay.
So you have 2 out of so you're +6
Plus
So
six.
why didn't I get 3 off of the 7?
because you're not killing anybody.
Fiddlestick.
Wants to.
You're looking for somebody. You're not killing somebody.
So I think I would try to use my brain for this.
Okay.
Since you're
I-
the only one with a brain.
Okay.
Truth.
So
But also, I feel like this needs to be strategic. I can't just pull her into a random room and kill her.
gotcha. Give me a roll of smart. You have +6 to this, but you're
Mhm.
taking off. How many points of smart do you have?
2.
2. So you're only rolling 2d4 +6,
Okay.
and I think you still potentially have help or hinder from Beth.
I also have the help from the chat.
You
Yeah.
do.
So I think this is the moment for it.
So that brings you. That's 1d6.
Yes.
Can I?
And then, Beth, are you helping to eradicate the mayor and her awful pop-up ads that are unskippable?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
I'm not
Roll-
bitter that you didn't help me, Beth. Your best friend. I'm not bitter.
No, you weren't good. You were good. You were good. Beth was watching.
she's got you. Roll your d4, and
Yes.
Beth, I'm going to ask you to roll your d4 as well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And Beth?
3.
3. Okay, so Val rolled a 1. +6 gives you 7. Minus, this is a math lesson. -3 gives you 4. And
Ding dong, the mayor's dad.
there's a moment, Val, where as you climb over the bones and carcass of Andre to get out. Why did he have his guitar with him? And the neck of the guitar is also broken. There's some beautiful poetry in that, I guess. There's a song in that somewhere.
But it'll never be sung.
You hug Lucy goodbye as she flits towards the town looking for Beth's target of rage. And with the nocturnal occult grimoire in your backpack, you know the mayor was mentioned. You know Emily Morningstar was subject to Brenda Morales' investigation. Armed with that, you managed to catch the mayor's eye in one of the hallways, and just flashing the book at her, she fixes a gaze upon you, and she moves, gesturing to one of her aides to kind of stand aside. She moves down a hallway into a one of those kind of small, kind of like their little bunk rooms that they have, and she stands there for a moment and she gestures for you to follow. As you follow in behind her, she's standing there with a small clutch purse kind of under her arm, and she unclasps it as you step in, and again the door slams violently behind you. I see you've inherited Brenda's grimoire then.
Well, her death was pretty strange, so I wanted to find out what it was all about.
And you... What now? You're going to blackmail me? Because she no doubt she's written about me in that book, hasn't she?
Of course she has.
And you see she takes out a leather-bound journal, and on it there is just again, you see it's like a kind of a red leather. It's probably the size of a small little personal notebook. It fits in the palm of her hand, and you catch a look of it. There's teeth. There's a face like kind of stretched over it, and she starts to flick through it. You don't know anything about death yet. I know that Andre and Ron and Beth are all dead. I know Lucy's next. But you could make something of yourself.
So what, you're going to propose that to me so I don't spill your secrets?
Oh, I plan on leaving Silver Pines. My work here is done. I've quietened death's thirst and hunger for at least, well, how many was it? 40 souls? That should buy me another century or two. You have Brenda's book. It's yours now. But if you don't want it, Valerie, you could always give it to me. And she reaches for the grimoire.
I'm going to hand her the book, and then I'm going to swing the bat at her head.
Okay. It's in that moment where you've lured her into lowering her guard. She sees a helpless young woman at the mercy of death who has witnessed so much tragedy. And as you swing and her hand reaches for the book, in your other hand that's kind of behind your back the whole time, there's a ringing sound as the titanium steel bat hits the floor, and her eyes are fixed on the book, Valerie, as you in one arm swing the bat up at her. And there's an explosive sound. There's a flash of fireworks. There's a small band playing. It's a year later in the town of Silver Pines. So much death and loss, destruction, senseless, needless. And standing at the podium is a young woman dressed to kill. Off to one side, kind of waving happily up at her. You recognize Val, Dr. Goodtime. You watch as Lucy regales the town with the hardship that had befallen it. And yet, through so much suffering, through so much loss, we are only stronger for it, lifted up on the wings of those who left us behind. And there's not a dry eye in the house. And you stand there on the street corner, waiting for the bus to pull in, bag just hanging off your shoulders. And as a large Greyhound silver bus pulls up, and you just see New York emblazoned on the letters on front of it, you take one last look over your shoulder, and as you step onto the bus, your hand finds the clasp of your leather bag open. And between your fingers, you feel the familiar paper edges of the nocturnal occult grimoire and the cold leather of the Morning Star occult grimoire. You take your seat on the bus. You sit comfortably as the fireworks flash overhead and you hear the familiar pop and bang. And as the band begins to play, the grimoire open on your lap, you begin to write names. Lucy, Jordan, Dr. Goodtime, and in the distance, we see fireworks going off again, and the mountains quake and shudder and shiver as a torrent of snow rolls and rumbles, crashing through the forest straight for the town of Silver Pines to bury all alive. And that is where we leave Dead of Night as Val's bus tears it out of town. And our final girl makes it out alive. That's it, everybody. I honestly, that was fucking nuts. No one's dying to everybody's dead. Oh god, everybody's dead.
I am both furious and delighted.
You made it to mayor. Like I think it's a step up from. I mean, what was she doing at the Hunter's Lodge?
She was singing.
A singer. Yeah, she's a singer at the Hunter's Lodge to mayor of Silver Pines for a hot minute.
I don't think Lucy ever wanted to be mayor.
It just kind of happened. People just voted for her.
Yeah, people just
She
voted.
was like,
what an
I'm
upgrade. She joined the government.
She's literally like, I'm just singing songs and baking cookies, and then people are like, take political responsibility.
Never
Make that woman mayor.
I think that we could argue that maybe something worse than death happened to Lucy. It's
She
called the
became
system.
Four of us dead, one of us death.
A big thank you.
Well
to-
done, Marta. And
Yeah.
thank you, Declan.
No, big thank you to all of you for the absolute insanity that was Dead of Night. This game is based off of Kyle Tam's system End of the Line. It's available over on their itch page or itch.io page. I'll drop all the details over on the D8 Dungeon Discord. Before we wrap up this evening, I want to go around very, very quickly. If you are working on anything, if you have any socials or projects that you want to share with the world, now is your chance. So I think we started with Taylor first. We're going to start with Ben, and we're going to work our way backwards.
Hello, I'm Ben. Just stick around here in 2 weeks, and you'll see me doing a tabletop talk show with Declan, because it's usually Ben and Declan on a roll night. But you'll see if you want more avalanches. If you're like,
Oh, actually, yeah,
give me
Jesus.
more avalanches, then why don't you have a listen to the Romancing the Dungeon Halloween special? that
What was I listening
DMs.
to as I was making my notes? I think.
Some sort of avalanche loop.
Again.
This is not the first time Declan has thrown avalanches my way. But if you want more spooks and thrills, then please head over and listen to Romancing the Dungeon. It might be worth. It's tied directly to the story, so it's probably worth giving season 2 a listen at the very least. But then that's tied to season 1, so it's probably worth giving season 1 a listen. So it's a loop on a loop on a loop.
That was the best plug we've ever had for the show, Ben. Thank you.
You're welcome. Start the latest episode, but actually, you'll be missing a few points. So go one episode back. Keep that trend going until you start at the beginning, and then
Marta.
Thank you for having me. First of all, this was my first time actually playing on stream, so this was great.
Sorry, like ever, like you.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
I played in private with friends, but I've never played on stream. So
Well,
That
if you
was
didn't
the
hate
highlight.
it, I'd love to have you back. So
yeah, I'd be happy to come back. Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm currently actually doing my master's degree in education, so I'm going to be an art teacher in secondary school. So I've been super busy with everything. But you can follow me at _wonderful. I'll drop it into the chat. I do like a lot of fandom and D&D related stuff. So yeah, and sometimes I sell at conventions. Not so much this year because I'm so busy, but yeah.
awesome. Monica.
Hi, I don't have anything to plug. My dog has an Instagram. It's Adventures of Briscoe Kenny Jr. He's very cute. I play whenever these wonderful humans let me come and just like add chaos to the day. I would love to play more. So whenever you guys are doing anything, please hit me up. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. This was delightful.
Awesome. Tom?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for letting me keep my prediction. I think Declan also needs to share still what everyone said in front of the game.
It was you.
Yeah, I think so as well. Honestly, during the stream, I noticed that I predicted my death on my shirt that I wore today, because not only do I have electricity on my shirt, but I also have Ron's car on my shirt.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I've got powers. Oh god, I've got powers. Evil.
A little bit of mentalism going on. But yeah, if you are watching charity streams, I'm going to be on one of them in the future, probably. And also, if you want to listen to an interview with the very band on my t-shirt, go check out my podcast, Against. It's on Instagram at pod_against. I'm doing interviews with amazing bands in the punk and hardcore and all around scene in German and English. So if that's your thing, go listen there. I would love to have you. And yeah, thank you for letting me play again here.
Thanks, Tom. Taylor.
Whoa, I'm Beth, and sorry for that. That came out like a fart. But anyway, so yep, I'm Tay, and every now and then somewhere on the internet, people like allow me in kind of like a vampire, and then I suck out all their blood and ruin their house and leave and live forever. But when I'm not doing that, I'm on Backwater Bastards, which is a podcast, and it's everywhere that you get your podcasts, even YouTube. Apparently people do that. I don't know who they are. It's happening, whatever. It's a sci-fi comedy improv show where I pretty much act like Beth, but like a different flavor. Is everything I do Beth? Existential spin is incoming.
If I may, and because I don't usually like to interject when people are kind of like sharing stuff. This is a compliment.
Oh, it's gonna be weird.
You don't have to preface it usually.
No, it is. I have to, because it's also contextual, and I feel like if I don't, Lucy won't get it.
Okay.
So, Tay is my favorite bear ever. Like, and that says a lot because that's my type.
See what I'm saying?
Is literally my favorite.
Gentlemen!
Like literally, fucking. You have to. I know we like. You just please put Backwater Bastards on your list. It's just like honestly, it does like it's one of those things that I like. It's my go-to. Like when I'm having like a little, I'm just gonna listen to that, and that's gonna make me feel like I'm gonna have a laugh. I actually need to listen to it, I think, before my sessions now when you join us, Take, because it'll just remind me of just let them do whatever they want to do.
What a piece of shit I am.
Not at all.
I feel like I'm allowed to get a Zaddy tattoo after that.
100%.
Like, I'm just saying.
I have a question. How many tattoos have your live streams been responsible for?
Yeah. Myself and
I am
Amber,
still supposed to get a sexy rat tattoo.
and Emily has to get the D8 Dungeon logo tattooed.
Yeah, Emily gets a better tattoo than I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sexy rat sounds great.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of discussion of what a sexy rat entails.
You know.
And
Just think about it, you know.
Because you and Amber definitely have. So that's 4 at least.
Mm-hmm. There's many a tattoo has been born out of a D8 Dungeon charity stream. So
this is your legacy. Are you proud?
It is. Yeah, I am. I'm going to wrap things up there, folks, with just a nod once again, and a massive thank you to Tay, Tom, Monica, Martha, and Ben for joining me this evening. It is Halloween night after all, and these people chose to do this. So they chose to do it. They all signed up voluntarily. They chose to do it. They chose to partake in it.
I was contractually obliged.
You are
just
contractually obliged.
just to set the record straight.
Yeah, I don't think Ben was allowed to say no.
No, he's not. You are though, Ben.
Yeah.
On that, if you want to see more from D8 Dungeon, you can check out our podcast series that Ben mentioned. It drops every second Friday. It's an award-winning podcast series. Like, we've got 2 little awards under our belt, and that's class. A new episode dropped today, one day early. It is DM'd by our very own Ben. Stop that. And Ben also did the editing of it. It is a wonderful, wonderful story that Ben crafted, and then we went in and we messed around in. So strongly hope and suggest that you check that out. We stream here every Monday and Thursday with Beyond Horizon's Edge, Saving Grace, Ben and Declan on a Roll, and Random DMs. We have not 1, not 2, but 3 shows currently in the works. 2 of which, I tell a lie, 4 shows, I think, actually. In the works. I'm not working on one of those. I might be playing it, and I think Taylor, you're involved in it too. Or if you're not, whoopsies, that's a spoiler. You might be involved in that.
Now I'm gonna sue.
And
Let me just Google so I can figure out how.
okay, how do I sue gays on the internet?
How do I? I'm coming for the gays.
I don't want to jump too far ahead of it ourselves yet, but we are hoping to organize a charity stream just in time of Christmas for Limerick Animal Welfare. They're a local group to us here in the city of Limerick in Ireland that take care of animals, take in horses that have been abandoned, dogs, cats, so on and so forth. They do amazing work. They are strapped massively financially, and we are hoping to raise some money in time for Christmas for those animals. So
That's how the gang found me.
Yeah.
I was making a joke that I was a stray dog and you took me to your home.
I didn't refute that.
Yeah, it's true.
Let that sink in. I want to, for more information on that, or if you want to keep tabs on that, you want to get involved in it at some point, do drop over to our Discord server. That's where we tend to announce any kind of events. It's where we advertise first any sort of projects that we are open. We are looking to have people join us and partake in. And without further delay or anything like that, good night. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Halloween, if it's still Halloween for you. If not, November.
Wait!
One more minute.
Did we all want to kill Ron first?
Oh, yes. No, you did not. So, Ben, Monica had Ron. Taylor, you had Ron, but then you switched it to Andre. And Tom and Martha had Beth first to go.
Whoa! Hold on.
I
Fair
said
enough.
Beth or Ron, so I predicted the first 2 correct.
In real life, I think that Beth would have probably died even before this started. So
Fair. That's fair.
And I'm just gonna take
No?
I'm just gonna take
Yeah,
us
you're
to
sash.
the credits on that one, I think. That is the perfect way
Bye.
to end it. Good night, folks. Take care, mind yourselves, and we will see
Good
you
night.
next Monday.